Hey everybody, but it was part 2 of the tuning movie, video, whatever. So what we're doing today is we are going to be level matching the tweeters. We're level matching the mid-ranges, level match each side, put it all together, make sure it sounds good. Then, before that, I'm going to do play what's called polarity pulses. It's going to sound like tapping. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make that tapping sound go from generally right here when you first install a system like this is generally like right in front of the driver. I want to put it dead smack center underneath my rearview mirror where my windshield meets my dashboard. If I can get a little bit farther, we'll see what we can play with. But at least where the windshield meets the dashboard, that'd be awesome. Yeah, this is the more mundane part. It's not full of action, it's just sitting and listening. So you can fast forward through it if you want. Not gonna hurt my feelings. I was told to say that if you like my videos, like them, subscribe. I do stuff like this. Alright. Okay, so as per the usual, we got the car turned on. You hear the clicking in the background. I got this track right here playing just in preparation. So Helix M4DSP, we're gonna connect. We are doing this tune. So we're gonna load it. Everything's muted, so you're not gonna hear anything right now. So I'm gonna go this time. I'm gonna come over here to where it says time. So you got your outputs right here. You can control each speaker. That's if I have controller, conductor, URC, so I can make settings as to what controls what. This is where I set my inputs and my outputs. I got my left full, going to front mid, right full, going to the right tweeter, left full, going to left tweeter, right full, going to right and down. Just make sure that you're sending left and right signal to both the channels on the sub, for both of the sub channels. Otherwise, you can unbalance your voice coils in your subwoofer and you can burn it. Because yeah, we don't want to do that. So here I am. This is a time alignment window. I can also set delay if I feel like doing a lot of math. I don't, but because you gotta do impulse testing where it does a 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz sine sweep and does that, and then there's pops between the speakers, determine the distance, and all sorts of wild stuff. That's a lot of work. We're just gonna do distance right now. So I'm right here. I'm going to my left mid. I'm gonna unmute that. Then I got my right mid. I'm gonna unmute that. And I'm gonna get going. So what I'm gonna do now is I got camera mounts actually dead center on my dashboard. So you can hear this clicking in the background. Turn the volume up on it. You don't want to do it at full volume. You want it to be at conversational volume. If you do it at full volume, then you got more sound waves going through, it just distorts everything, and you can get phantom images. Then when you turn the volume down to your normal listening level, it'll be way off. So I've got it. I'm going to turn it up a little bit louder, just a little bit louder, to center my image. And it's going to be right behind the camera. So what this does, what time alignment does, is there's an algorithm in the computer where I put in distances, and then I can add distance, take away distance, in order to, like if I wanted to move, if I want the image where it sounds like it's coming from to move a little bit to the right, then I can add some distance from the left speaker, or I can take away some distance on the right speaker, and it'll pull it more towards the center and such. You'll see me leaning back. I'm going to close my eyes. You might not be able to see that because my glasses are reflecting. But I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to listen, and I'm going to pinpoint where that sound is coming from. And then you're going to see me sit here, listen for a little bit, and then I'm going to come over here and make some adjustments. It's easy, but it's not. You just got to listen and be able to judge location based on the sound. So the order that I'm going to do it in, I'm going to do my tweeters, my mid-woofers first, my doors, then I'm going to do my tweeters, then I'm going to do everything, then I'm going to add in my sub, and see where that has to go. So first step is to get your distances. Use a tape measure. I like to do it in centimeters just because metric, it's easier, way easier. If I gotta convert my inches into decimals, I'm just gonna use metric, right? Just use centimeters. You ain't gotta worry about what does 3/8 equal. Okay. Centimeters. So the way I do it is my left speakers, I measure to my right ear. My right speakers, I measure to my left ear. And you'll see me looking over a little bit. I'm doing a swag, scientific wild ass guess as to what the approximate distance is, and then I'll fine tune it after I input the distances in the computer. So when you're doing this, try and get back in the same position that you listen in, or you're driving in. Alright. So I've already got the subwoofer distance in. That doesn't change. I'm literally measuring from the back of my head to the subwoofer. Add a little bit because it's got to go through some mass. The board, I got 1.5 inch MDF behind, separating my trunk from my cabin. And then I got the steel. There's a little bit of sound deadener on the back dash, and then I got decoupler on top of the dash so that the fiberboard doesn't rattle up against the metal when the sub hits. So that's just a constant. Same thing. It's basically shooting up into my rear window, so you can't really align it. Same thing with mini subs in the back dash. You can't really align them because it's shooting up into the rear window, and it's just forward. So even if you change the alignment of it, it's not going to go anywhere. You can't center that. Whereas these speakers right here, I actually have them pointed at me, except for these two doors. I got the tweeters are pointed, so I'm in their path. These front door speakers are shooting straight across, so I'm also in their path. So it's a lot easier to manipulate them. They're not shooting directly into a window. Those are fixed reflections. Alright, so we got that. We are going to got the mids. Alright, let's turn the volume up and let's get centering. Got that pretty well centered. You can see this is quick. I don't know why more people don't do it. I mean, it does suck sitting in a hot car when the weather gets hot. It sucks, but it's easy. Pretty spot on. I got it directly behind my camera right now. Directly behind the camera. So now I'm going to turn mid-ranges on, mid-woofers on. What I'm listening for is for the two sounds to be stacked directly on top of each other, and you can hear when they hit. You might not be able to hear on the camera, but in person you can hear when they hit, and you can discern if they're on top of each other or if one's just a little bit off. actually pretty well dialed in. So now I'm going to go back through, mute everything, mute outputs. I am going to now level match. Yay. So when you're doing this, come back to the pink noise, and again, y'all can fast forward through this because it's listening, and you're listening for one side to be louder than the other side. Whatever side is louder, bring it down. You never add, because if you add, you can actually overdrive your speakers, and like I said in the first part of this video, you're gonna burn your speakers. No good. Don't add gain. Don't add gain. Pink noise. So I have my negative 3 dB track playing. I think I mentioned that I got this off of Rue. It's easy, just pull up which track you want, or put in your parameters on Rue, and set what the decibel level is, pink noise, random pink noise. I use periodic pink noise. Full range, negative 3 decibel, 48K, whatever the hell resolution, I don't know. It's whatever. I just make sure that it's long, get about a minute, put it on repeat, and it's periodic pink noise. I have a negative 12 track as well, negative 12 decibel. So, tweets, unmute those. Now we're going to do pair and pair. I did the midwoofers, did the tweeters. We're going to do pair and pair. So left high. Roundabout right. I'm doing some fine tuning. I'm actually going to play some tracks and a little bit of extra fine tuning. Make sure everything's centered. Make sure it's not pulling to one side, pulling to the other side. I have a couple demo tracks that I use for that. Keep in mind this is a sound quality tune. This isn't actually, this isn't a bumper thumper tune. One of the ball, ball, ball. This right here is for sound quality. Bumper thumper tunes are easy. I can do those night and day with my eyes closed. Not that I didn't do a lot of this without my eyes closed, but this is supposed to sound like you are in. The artist is right there. Right, y'all. Yeah, so like I said, I'm going to play some demo tracks. There's a couple of them that I like. Sting, Shape of My Heart, Daniel Castro, Long After You're Gone, and Sabrina Claudio, Tell Me More, No, tell me. Sabrina Claudio, tell me. That way, because long after you're gone is highly dynamic, it will let you know if your bass is too much. It will let you know. It is a very dynamic song. It will put your system to the test. Shape of My Heart gives your male vocals, which are a very hard point because they cause a lot of harmonics inside your doors or wherever you got your mid basses going. And then Sabrina Claudio with Tell Me More gets your female vocals. She's on the lower end of the female vocals. If you want to do some higher end female vocals, Lithium by Evanescence. Great music. But those are my three basics: Sabrina Claudio, Danny Castro, and Sting, with a little Evanescence on the side. It just, yeah. So now I'm just gonna sit here and listen to music and hopefully not run my battery down. Yeah. And y'all got any comments, questions? Do it on the video.